Financial institutions are doing away with old forms of communication and adopting a new interoperable standard for financial messaging. As every corner of the financial space continues to evolve with the times, at last, of course, crypto assets are set to have their day in the sun. Transition is not only affirming crypto's functional capabilities, but it ultimately validates the fact that blockchain technology is here to revolutionize the future of the financial sector. Let's get it. In this video, we're going to discuss ISO 20022, what it is, the implications surrounding the modernization of finance, how this is mega bullish for the handful of coins involved. The days of waiting around for a bank wire to go through are about to be over. If you're unfamiliar with the traditional financial sector, there's a handful of different messaging systems or languages that the institutions and banks use to communicate with each other. Some of them are more time-consuming than others, and their global compatibility is like putting a PlayStation game in an Xbox. No working. So before we get into how this is going to revolutionize crypto, we have to define a lot of banker speak and a lot of acronyms. I'll give you a minute to take notes. Okay, let's get into it. ISO is the International Organization of Standardization. Back in 2018, this updated, modernized way for financial institutions to communicate with each other was created. The most common of these languages is the SWIFT standard. SWIFT stands for Society for Worldwide Interbank Telecommunications. This MT, or message type, under the ISO 15022 standard, is used for international payments, cash management, trade finance, and treasury business. The system has been utilized since the birth of Yeezy in 1977. And with the natural progression of tech and the dawn of crypto assets, it's only a matter of time before a faster, more efficient system gets put into place. Now the time has come, and in a matter of months, the ISO 20022 standard will reinvent the wheel of financial communication. All of the past messaging formats will be consolidated into a new language known as MX messages, powered by Extensible Markup Language, or XML, and Abstract Syntax Notation, or ASN.1 protocols. SWIFT has stated that they will enable ISO 20022 messages for cross-border payments, cash reporting business, starting from August 2022 on an opt-in basis, and November 2022 for greater availability. After that, there will be a 3-year period where the old and the new systems will coexist, allowing banks to adopt at their own pace. By November 2025, the old system will be retired and the innovative migration to ISO 20022 will be complete. The system is already utilized by over 70 countries worldwide, including Switzerland, Japan, India, and China. An array of other countries have already set their dates for their transitions. The United States Federal Reserve Board stated last October the Federal Reserve banks will adopt the ISO 20022 standard for Fedwire funds service by November 2023. In the past, it was discussed that the U.S. should do a 3-stage transition to the new standard, but after much consideration, the Fed Board suggested to make the switch in one day. Their overlords must have told them to. The U.S. jumping on board not only legitimizes the push for the global standardization, but it will also expedite the situation without question. It's projected that by 2023, ISO 20022 will account for 80% of transaction volumes, 87% of transaction value globally. The pros for every country to adopt this standard heavily outweigh the cons. The compatibility, speed, and efficiency are incomparable to the old standard. The straight-through processing will reduce maintenance costs and lessen the need for banks to intervene, which leads to less delays for their customers. The enriched data and analytics will help identity fraud and money laundering. The reasons why go on and on and on, but overall, this global transition to ISO 20022 will have a profound impact on the worldwide financial sector. Sounds too good to be true, right? So what's the catch? Yes, this is a great thing for the speed and efficiency for the global payment system, but the centralization factor of this new standard inherently goes against the nature of when crypto was created in the first place. Friend of the channel, Crypto Wendy O, had some strong feelings. She said ISO is going to determine which cryptocurrencies are safe. It's basically a big group of people that dictate what you can't do with your money. I couldn't agree with her more on this one. The centralized global standardization is the antithesis to the libertarian push for financial privacy and economic freedom. Some people even theorize that this is going to hold back Bitcoin and Ethereum because they're not compliant. I don't buy into that theory, but I do worry that the thousands of lesser-known altcoins that don't make it through the ISO filter could definitely suffer in the long term, especially when they're sitting next to the compliant coins who will seem like the teacher's pet when regulation starts to crack down. The thing is, not all cryptos are created equal, and some of them thought it would be a good idea to be centralized and to work hand in hand with the banks. To be frank, I'm not at all a fan of centralization, and I hope that DeFi and every project that's not ISO 20022 compliant coexist in the future once everything's regulated. In the same breath, that doesn't mean you can't make money off the coins that are going to pop off, because they are ISO 20022 compliant. Think of it like this. Just because you hate the Colts doesn't mean you shouldn't draft Jonathan Taylor on your fantasy team. Who hates the Colts? So what coins are ISO 20022 compliant? 2 coins in specific are beyond compliant. They're on the team. The first of the 2 to become a member of the ISO 20022 standard body is XRP. It's a big reason why I've been so bullish on XRP, especially with a long-term mindset. Thanks to their distributed ledger technology, XRP is literally shaping the future of cross-border payments while simultaneously reducing operational costs thanks to their on-demand liquidity, or ODL. There's not a snowball's chance in Miami that Dirty Gary Gensler and the SEC is going to stop this train. They're just drawing the situation out as long as they possibly can to push out the weak hands. That's the game. The second coin on the ISO governing body is the Ramsey Bolton of crypto, Stellar Lumens, or XLM. They are a part of this new standard because international juggernaut IBM uses Stellar to run their stablecoin issuing operation. I wonder how Jeb McCaleb feels since he left XRP because it's centralized. So XRP and XLM are on the standards body and are sort of running the show. But what other coins are compliant? Well, there's 3 more as of now. The first is Zenfin, or XDC. Their website states their protocol gives enterprises the flexibility to convert the legacy system operation from a hub and spoke single point of failure operation to a distributed or decentralized system. The next coin on the list is IOTA. They also have a grasp on distributed ledger technology. They have big plans for smart cities, and they define themselves as an open feeless data and value transfer protocol. The last, but certainly not least on the compliant list, is Algorand. Set to sponsor the FIFA World Cup this year, Algo is the self-proclaimed world's most decentralized, scalable, and secure blockchain infrastructure. Not only do they have a killer marketing team, every smart contract that runs on the AVM is written in the Teal language. This allows the Algo network to process tens of thousands of transactions per second, and their time of finality at 5 seconds or less. The Algo team has definitely done their homework. Be sure to keep an eye on how this coin evolves over time. It's one to watch. Overall, XRP, XLM, XDC, IOTA, and Algo are the 5 coins that are currently ISO compliant. What puts them all in the same basket is their attention to international wire transfers and security. There are more coins that are circulating rumors that they might be compliant, but nothing's official as of yet. These include possibly Cardano, Quant, and Hedera Hashgraph. Long story short, ISO 20022 is the global play to expedite and improve the utilization of the global payment system. And naturally, without blockchain technology, this wouldn't be possible. This transition also paves the road for CBDCs, which are coming much sooner than people think. Turns out the global payment system decided that centralization is more important than privacy. Who would have thought? Like Wendy O said, crypto is not one size fits all. Hopefully this transition is done in a way where sectors like DeFi and stablecoins can coexist with ISO's agenda for the future of finance. Time will tell. Either way, XRP is gonna pump. XRP Army, where you at? Make sure to smash that like button if you like any of these coins today. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.